Welcome back, makers. If you're new here, my name is Jeanette Fryer. I am the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So you guys, for today's video, we will be creating my first Spooky Vibes tumbler here on my channel, and I cannot be more excited. So as you saw from the intro, I do have a little spooky decor, you know, sprinkled back on my craft table. A candle that I got from Michael's. I can just sit and watch that candle change colors. It's just so fun to watch. So I definitely could not leave that candle in the store. So I am in the Spooky Vibes creating mode. So as you can see, I do have my Spooky Vibes t-shirt on that I sublimated as well, and I think I did a good job. I think I did a good job. And y'all, I made these earrings on my laser. They are these little ghost earrings, and y'all, they're, once again, I'm all in the Spooky Vibes creating mode. So I do want to do a small video. So I am going to be gifting one lucky viewer a pair of the same earrings that I'm wearing. It's these little ghost earrings. I think the camera's kind of focusing on it, but anyway, it's these little ghost earrings that I'm wearing. So I'm just gonna pick a random viewer from the comments below and ask for the contact information and send out these Spooky Vibes earrings for them as well. So be looking forward to that. It's definitely gonna be an exciting giveaway. So small, but I definitely wanted to just do something to just let all my viewers know that I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers for sticking with me doing this YouTube journey. So it definitely means a lot to me. So I could go on and on as about the new products that I'm gonna be using for this tumbler, but you just have to stick around and see what products that I will be using. And of course, everything that I'm gonna be using, I will list in the description box below. So be looking for that as well. So if you into spooky vibes and creating spooky things, you can stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. So I can go on and on as to how much I am excited about creating this video, but you just have to see. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you have not clicked that notification bell, click that bell as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel out. So I think that is enough for me. Let's get into the video. Let's go into this tumbler tutorial. So here I am starting with a fully prepped and sanded 30-ounce straight from Craft Haven. I have just went ahead and gave it a light sand and also just washed it lightly with a microfiber towel and some alcohol. So what I have done is just take my little paper cutter tool, trimming tool, and just make a line. I think you guys have saw me do that before. I just made a line here, so when we apply our vinyl, I just have some sort of guide to go by. All right, you guys, let's get into this vinyl. Let's get into this vinyl. So this is a pretty pattern. I think I got this pattern for North 80. I will definitely make sure to link that description to the shop below. But I think that's where the shop where I got it from. Of course, I've been shopping this fall season. I have all sorts of pattern vinyls that I want to try. And this is the pattern that I chose for my Halloween tumbler. So you guys, I am really, really excited about this vinyl. So it was a fully 12 by 12 sheet. Off camera, I just went ahead and cut it at a diagonal just to get a half going so I do not waste that other portion. All right, so what we're gonna do is I have my line here, and of course I want my pumpkins to kind of be up, so that's why I cut it this angle. So since we have cut our line here, I am just going to kind of place it here just to get a center part going. And I think I'm just going to use a little piece of washi tape and place it here. I kind of want a lot of this vinyl to be the star of the show. That's why I am kind of not placing it all the way up here, just to do a traditional V-split. So I'm kind of going to place it here because I want more of a V-split in the front, if you get what I'm saying. All right, so now that I have this going, I am going to just kind of wrap it around and just see where it's going to end at. All right, so now I think it's straight. I'm just going to take it, remove a little portion from the biker. Cut a little of the excess off. I cannot find my scissors. All right, I'm just gonna cut. So I just put a little of the excess off. So I am just going to kind of get it going there. All right, so Just making sure my center is still here. And it kind of shifted a little bit. All right, so we are going to get this started. I don't know why it just keeps moving. All right, so I think I'm gonna start with this side, make it easier. Gonna take this, tear some of that excess off, fold it in. Yeah, I know there's probably another way to do this. I think I'm just making it more difficult. All right, so I'm gonna take the other part and get it going. It's like sometimes when you have a vision in your head as to how you're gonna do something and then you start implementing it, it just goes all to haywire. It does not want to come up. Got a portion that's stuck. All right. All right. All right. All right, since I have that end almost going, I am just going to reposition the vinyl. I thought this tool was going to help me kind of keep it straight. And I think these little pieces are going to be bothersome. So let me get my, because they're definitely leaving wrinkles. So I'm going to get my little tool here and make sure I'm lifting all of these pieces up so it won't leave any wrinkles or bumps underneath my vinyl. I think that is good enough. I have a little piece still there, but we are just going to just wrap everything around while pulling the biker away from the transfer paper. All right, so trying to stay in frame for you guys. All right, so as I'm pulling, I'm just smoothing out everything at the same time. I just went ahead and removed everything all together. And the goal is to, I'm going to wrap it all the way around here. And I just want a nice split going on here. So I'm just going to go back through and just make sure I have all my bubbles out. And if you have some bubbles, just take your little weeding tool and just kind of pop those. So you're going to make sure you get all the bubbles out. So definitely take your time. My cup edging tool here. So I'm just going to pull this vinyl really, really tight. And while I'm pulling it, I'm just trying to make sure I get it smoothed out and as tight as I can get it around the bottom. So when I cut, I don't have any wrinkles. So just apply a lot of pressure. Make sure that you're folding everything under. So when you use your cup trimming tool, you get a nice clean line. no bumps. So I think I'm just going to use my tool here. If I see a couple bubbles, I'm just using my weeding tool just to pop those out, because I want a nice crisp blonde. Alright, so definitely take your time doing this process. No rush whatsoever. Alright, so once you have everything all smoothed out and you don't see any bubbles or anything that can be problematic, so my rule of thumb, if you think it's going to be a problem, handle it. Alright. So now I'm just going to take my cup edging tool and go around the bottom and apply a lot of pressure. Make sure your fingers are not in the way. And I usually do 2 turns around just to make sure I've cut everything through. All right, let's see what we're looking like. Problematic piece here, so I'm gonna go to see can I trim that off. We have a nice, clean, and sharp line going on. So now I can go ahead and just remove this tape. And what you want to do is just kind of go back around those edges and just kind of press everything down and make sure everything is nice and flat. So now that we have all of our bubbles popped and everything is nice and smooth, so once again I went through and used my little weeding tool and just punched out all of the bubbles and just flattened everything, making sure everything was nice and flat. So off camera I did tape off my top of my tumbler because once again I do not glitter all the way to the top, and I use painter's electrical tape to create a V-split. So this is where I will be applying my glitter colors. So I plan on using a pretty orange here and a silver here. So we will now get into the glitter colors, you guys. So now let's get into our glitter colors that we'll be using. For my V-split, I am going to be using my favorite fall orange is Fawkes by Peachy Olive Glitters. I may mix a little of Glitter Designs by 2. This is, Red Copper by Glitter Designs by 2. I don't think this company is no longer operating, but once again, you guys, I am trying to use all of my glitters and just not let them sit around. So any pretty orange glitter or any type of color that you want to put here on your V-split will definitely work. So you don't have to use the colors that I use. Once again, this video is just for inspiration. I just want you guys to just, be aware that, don't let your glitter colors, sit around and use everything in your arsenal, to make your beautiful creations. And for our silver, we are going to be using Dublin. This is a new color. I've had it for a while by PDB, and it is a pretty silver chunky mix. Y'all, it is so pretty. So I'm really excited to use that color. So I'm going to, off camera, take this outside and spray paint this silver. I may not need to spray paint it since it's already silver. However, I'm going to do it anyway just to, you know, just to ease my mind, because I always spray paint my tumblers a base color. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be back for the next step. So makers, I know we left off with me saying I was going to go outside and paint this silver, which I did. However, I do have a design change. You guys just stay with me. It is all going to work out in the end. So instead of applying silver glitter here, I am going to apply just some white glitter. It is Onca by PDB, and it's just like a kind of matte white. And just to give it some shine, I'm going to put 5,000 Wishes over that, just a little bit. And this is by Itsy Bitsy Glitter. I went ahead and just, to save time, applied some glitter glue to apply my glitter. And this is by All Rustoleum epoxy. Alright, so I already have my paper down for my glitter. Just going to take this, got to kind of work fast, just make sure it doesn't dry on me. And I was going to go paint it white, but I just left it silver. I think it looks better. So, kind of make it pop. So I want to kind of get all of this covered. And before I spray paint it, my tumbler, you see I do have it wrapped up. So you just want to make sure you definitely wrap it up so you don't get any paint on your vinyl that you just applied. So I'm just going really heavy with this. So to give this white glitter some shine, I did spray my tumbler lightly with White Rain hairspray. Now I'm going to go in with the 5,000 Wishes by Itsy Bitsy Glitter and just sprinkle it on. I just want to kind of give this glitter some sparkle. So that 5,000 Wishes definitely gave it some shine. Definitely that is what I wanted to happen. So now I have my parchment paper here. And because that Onca by PDB was a little bit chunky, I am just going to roll my tumbler just to make sure everything is nice and flat. Alright, so now that we have rolled our tumbler, we can go ahead and remove our tape. Really on here. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove the electrical tape as well, so we can reveal our nice V-split we got going on. Alright, so I am going to let this dry before we move on to our next steps, because I want to make sure I don't get any glitter contamination once we apply the glitter to our V-split portion here. But y'all look at that. So pretty so far. We have our white glitter all nice and dry. I did let this dry up a couple hours, probably overnight, just to get it nice and dry, and I sealed it with 2x matte clear by Rustoleum. So now we're getting ready to apply our orange glitter into our V-stripe pattern here. So what I have here is one of my Posca markers. These are really good. I actually really love them. So I'm just going to give it a nice shake, because when I apply my glitter, I do want it to, you know, pop. So definitely you want to do that. So I'm just going to put a little bit on some parchment paper here. Take a regular makeup brush, you know, any brush you do, and just brush some color on here. So when I apply the orange, it will pop. our paint marker is dry, we're going to go in and start applying our glitter. So here I have a little bit of the glitter glue by All Rustoleum Epoxy. I just placed a little on my same piece of paper where I had my mat at, where I had the Posca paint marker, just to keep me from wasting it. And I'm going to use the same brush because I want it to be, you know, kind of small area. And I'm just going to, I don't know why I'm so out of frame today. I'm just going to apply glitter glue all in this area. Our glitter glue all applied, we are ready to apply our glitter. I still think I'm going to be using Glitter Designs by 2 Red Copper. That's by Glitter Designs by 2, and then Fawkes by Peachy Olive Glitters as well. So you guys, I got this little mat from All Rustoleum Epoxy. It's supposed to be really good, you know, when you're glittering your surface. So epoxy is supposed to pop off it really quick, as well as glitter. So I just thought I'd give it a try. So we're gonna go in with Fawkes by All Rustoleum, by Peachy Olive Glitters, and apply that here. And I think it's going to be the right color to actually match my vinyl, so I may not even use that other color. And definitely giving my base color a base coat definitely helped. So it is going on really pretty. So I'm going to open it up. It's not coming out as fast as I want it to come out. So now that I have that Fawkes on here by Peachy Olive Glitters, I do want it to be a little bright. So I'm going to go in with Red Copper by Glitter Designs by 2 and just sprinkle just a little on top of that. I just want it to be a little brighter orange. Glitter applied, I am just going to take some regular dry parchment paper and just roll my tumbler in here. Ensure it is nice and flat. Start removing our tape. Let me see, we got our nice sharp lines going on. Y'all look at that. Before I seal this, I am just going to go in with, probably you can do it now, just a regular microfiber cloth. I just want to get some of that, some glitter kind of sprinkled down in here. So I definitely just want to clean that up before I seal all of my glitter in. With my microfiber cloth here and just clean, once again, just cleaned up some of that glitter that's sprinkled down in here. So before I apply my 2 thin coats of epoxy, I am going to let this dry, of course, and then seal it with 2 times matte clear. and then also a coat of glitter glue, and then 2 thin coats of epoxy. All right, makers, so now that we have our tumbler, our first 2 coats of epoxy over our glitter and our vinyl, we are ready for our next element. We do have a couple more steps for this tumbler, so stay tuned. All right, so let's get into it. So for the decal process, I have went ahead and printed these little spider webs. Of course, we do have some more decals before we finish this up, but this is just the first step. I printed some little spider webs. I got these from Etsy. I printed them about 3 by 3 inches. So now we're going to get ready to apply our spider web elements to our white portion here. So I'm just going to simply take some transfer tape that I cut out to a square, almost square. So to save time, I did go ahead and cut these off camera because it was a lot of weeding, as you can see. All right, so what I want to do is kind of just place these sporadically on the tumbler. And since this is a lot of little pieces, you want to make sure everything is nice and flat because you don't want any lifting. So definitely take your time. So as you can see, you definitely want to take your time when applying these webs because it's a lot of little pieces. So when you're removing your transfer paper, you just want to make sure that there's no lifting. So next, in order to ensure a seamless design between our vinyl stripes and our spider webs, we're just going to go in with our X-Acto knife and cut off the excess where the spider webs meets the stripes, and also at the top as well. So I think it would be easier if I put some, I don't know, let's try some washi tape. So I can kind of get a guide. So I'm going to put washi tape along the edges of where the vinyl, the spider webs, and the lines meet. And what I'm going to do is just take my X-Acto knife and cut off the excess spider webs from so it's not overlapping into the vinyl, into the orange stripes. All right, so now that we have our excess trimmed off from the spider web, so the vinyl is not overlapping into our orange stripe, and also it's not overlapping into our stainless steel portion. So that is all done. So our next step is we are going to apply some vinyl stripe lines. You guys have saw me do this many times before. So we have our black offset, and then we have our purple inset. This is the colors that I'm going to be using for this design. The black I cut about 11 by 0.125, and the purple I cut about 11 by 0.97. All right, let's get into it. So I am going to be applying, first of all, if your vinyl was overlapping, if your spider webs was overlapping into the orange, you will want to seal this before going on to your next step, because if not, you will see that bumping of the vinyl coming through. So since everything is kind of butt up edge up against each other, I'm going to go ahead and go to applying my vinyl stripes. All right, So next I am just going to take my black stripe here. I think I'm going to start in the V portion. And I am just going to just make sure it is as close to the spider web portion as possible so nothing is overlapping. Overlapping, you will be able to tell. So in order to mediate that, you will probably want to apply a coat of epoxy. But I am trying to skip a step, which I think will be just fine. So I'm going to cut off the excess. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my black lines throughout the entire cup. Have our black lines applied, we're going to apply our purple ones directly inside of the black lines. Make sure you center it as much as you can. And I am just going to leave the trimming to the end, so I'm cutting both the purple and the black at the same time. Alright, so I'm going to do the same process throughout the entire cup for the purple lines. Seen me do this next step plenty of times before, so I'm just going to cut off the purple inset from the black inset and then, you know, just trim up the excess where it's overlapping into the other areas. Now that we have our vinyl all cut, I just thought that the orange portion needed something a little extra. So you guys, let's be a little extra. So I have here some little spiders that I got off of Etsy. I went ahead and cut them in Design Space. I cut them about 0.25 in width, and they just different variations of spiders. So what we're going to do is just take one, and then we're just going to kind of place these in random spots along this orange portion. We did not need that many spiders, so that is a good thing, but I am just really loving how it just jazzed up this portion. So you guys, as always, we have a lot of vinyl work going on here. So before we apply our main decal, we do want to seal this, and I'm going to seal it with a coat of Quick Coat by CC DIY, and then apply one thin coat of epoxy. But it is looking so spooky so far. Alright makers, let's get into applying our main decal for this tumbler. So we are going to be using, once again, I did apply one thin layer just to cover these spider webs, just to get all that encased in, and also all of this vinyl work that we did. So let's look at our main decal. Our main decal is going to be spooky vibes. Y'all, I got this decal from Etsy. I just really thought it was very fitting for this tumbler. To save time, I went ahead and cut it within Cricut Design Space. Just using some orange metallic vinyl as the offset, and some regular black premium vinyl, permanent vinyl for the middle portion. It's so cute. And I printed out these little bats, so I thought I would add that to it as well. So it's just really cute. So let's get into adding our decal. Let me get my little tumbler buddy here. And I want it to pretty much be in the middle. So I've already masked everything and got my little background. So I'm going to try and center it here in the middle. I was going to try to add a little playful vibe to it, but I think I would be doing too much. Alright, so I'm going to kind of center it in the middle. As much as I can. So I'm just trying to hold it up at eye level just to see if I got it sort of centered. Just praying it's not stuck down. Yep, it's stuck. Alright, so we're going to have to go with that. Alright, I think it looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't know. Every time I place a decal, I'll be like second guessing myself, like, oh, is it straight? Is it crooked? All right. So yeah, it looks fun. All right. So let's go ahead and remove the transfer sheet. Yeah, it's so pretty. I'm so excited to get this tumbler finished, to show you guys the final product. Y'all look at that. It's so pretty. Oh my God. All right. So let's add these little bats somewhere. I thought they would just be really cute to add in, since we are heading towards spooky vibes. So I just got a little piece of transfer paper. I know it probably won't be able to tell they're here because it's like black on black, but let's just put one here. One here. And we got some little tiny ones here. A tiny one up here. And then we're going to put a little tiny one down here. No, it's so pretty. So we got some bats, some spider webs, all sorts of stuff going on in this tumbler. So once again, you makers, I am going to seal this with a coat of quick coat and give it 2 thin coats of epoxy, and we'll be on to finishing up our spooky vibes tumbler. Welcome back, makers. We are done with our spooky vibes tumbler, you guys. So I know we started off a little rocky trying to figure out what, I know I did. Well, you guys were just along for the ride with me, but I know we started off a little rocky as to what I was going to do here. Of course, when I started this tumbler, I did have a clear vision, but it wasn't as clear as I thought. I had it in my head, but as I progressed, I knew exactly what I wanted to add to this tumbler. So you guys, I just think it turned out so cute. Look at that. It turned out so cute. Oh my God. I'm just really extremely proud of myself as to how I did these spider webs in here and cut off the excess. That just made all the difference, just to kind of, it actually just kind of looks like that is actually a kind of pattern vinyl on this white portion as well. And of course this spooky vibes decal, y'all, I love it. I love it. I love it. And of course when I added this monochrome orange vinyl, y'all, it's just so pretty. It's just giving me all the vibes. So you guys, I definitely hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So if you have questions as to how I created this tumbler, please leave those questions in the comments below and I will definitely get back to you. So makers, I did not forget about today's quote for today's video. So like I said, it's not really a quote, it's just something, a motivational saying that I want to leave you guys with for this video. So it is, today is full of possibility. So y'all, once again, all of my things that I say to you guys, they definitely resonate with me. So I hope you guys are enjoying these quotes. It's just a little thing that I like to do. So with that being said, every day that I get up, it's just, I'm retired and everything. Of course I work from home doing my business, but every day I get up, of course I have a plan as to how I think my day is going to go. But as my day starts progressing, I don't know, just new things just pops, just pops up. And like I said, the word possibility, all these new things that I want to try, and it just, my day just goes off in these little directions. But as to how I thought it was going to end up. It's not in those directions that's in a bad way. It's in a very positive way. So you guys, just take that quote for what it is. Today is full of possibility. So just every morning when you wake up, just think to yourself, hey, the possibilities are endless and no matter what I'm doing. So, you know, just reach for the source as always. So you guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. So once again, if you were definitely into the spooky season and creating spooky things, please check out the products that I use in this video. And if you have any questions, please link those questions in the comments as well, and I would definitely get back to you. And for that lucky winner that's going to receive a pair of my ghostly earrings that I was wearing, so be looking forward to that. I will definitely pick that winner within the next 3 days of this video posting, so it won't be long. It won't be long. So you guys, I'm curious in the comments as to what type of Halloween plans you all have for your family, if you have decorated or anything like that. So I'm curious to see those comments as well. So please, please, please share away. So you guys, this has been a fun tutorial for me, and I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed creating this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tumbler for you. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you have not clicked that notification bell, click that bell as well. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please click that thumbs up. It helps my channel out. And my channel, although small but mighty, it is growing. So I definitely appreciate all the support that my viewers have been giving me thus far. So until the next video, you guys stay blessed and continue creating. Once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on board. Also, I have created a new Facebook group in which we all gain inspiration from others. It is a safe space to create and share. The link to the group is listed below. Until next time, stay blessed and continue creating.